So, I'm stumbling into Leaders Causing Leaders today, and I get pulled to walk by this lovely book, at which point I met Alpha. So, introduce yourself a little bit.
My name's Alpha Lo, and I guess I'm a social architect, which means I'm interested in designing social systems that are really tap into the power of people and allow kind of our higher qualities to emerge.
So really what I was really pulled by is the title, which is the Open Collaboration Encyclopedia. You know, so personally I've been really involved in trying to find systems that have actually worked on collaboration and with collaboration versus like a hierarchy and such. So what exactly, if you could describe for people, because it feels like this book really does that, what inspired you to, or you and the person you wrote it with, to write a book about that?
We had a lot of different kind of youth leaders around, and one of the challenges was trying to figure out how we could all collaborate. And in the process, James O'D of the IONS Institute of Noetic Sciences asked me to put on a gathering on the East Coast at a mega institute. It was a 5-day gathering. And I was like saying, it'd be really cool if we didn't do it in a hierarchy, if we could actually have everyone be more equals. And so in the process of trying to figure out how to do it, because I read all these different, studied all these other examples like Burning Man, where people coming put on the festival, Wikipedia, where people coming on write the encyclopedia as opposed to Encyclopedia Britannica, which is written by the experts. And so there's all sorts of structures that teach people how, or by studying these things you can figure out how you actually run a system where the people who are coming participate in it. And so we actually put on this conference, and it actually turned into a beautiful conference where the people themselves, by the 5th day, were actually putting it on and running it and being the speakers.
Wow. So full participation.
Yeah, and I think that really, that sense when you really participate creates more of a higher collective field of energy. And I think that's what makes Burning Man so fun, is because you can go there and you actually build the event, you know, and so you feel like you're a part of it, and you get really excited during the year just to spend a lot of effort and go.
That's amazing. So what, for you personally, what is your personal practice?
I do yoga, Tai Chi, meditation.
I mean, I ask mostly because, you know, these ideas, this is a really, for me, it's a really powerful feeling to know that someone out there took the time. I mean, this is a thick book. This has a lot of different types of companies and ideas, and I haven't even read through it all. And you guys have a really interesting way of making sure that there's like a key to understanding how you've organized this, you know, and you know, a lot of inspiration, I know for me, comes from whether I'm doing a certain breath work or centering myself in a particular way and connecting, whether it's to my higher self, to source, whatever, God, you know, whatever we choose to call it. But I find it so fascinating to see what it is that people practice with themselves, that, you know, they receive this sort of inspiration and feel that they're able to actually act on it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, there is a certain connection when you kind of like move into higher states where you actually have more empathy and your heart, you know, your heart chakra opens, and so you're connecting, and so in that field you naturally are starting to search for systems that actually behave slightly differently than the old power over dynamics. And so in studying some of these systems, Burning Man and Wikipedia, they have a certain structure, and also they're not exactly that necessarily that high consciousness. So what I've also been interested in is, and there are some examples in here too, is actually how higher consciousness, because there's certain techniques of practicing meditation that takes you to higher consciousness, but what are the collective higher consciousness social design structures? And so I've been quite interested in that, and that's actually a bit more of a pioneering study because people haven't explored that as much. And that's actually where this our other project, this is the Gift Circle book, comes in, which is actually the Burning Man is a gift economy, and I've been thinking about how do we actually create those gift economies in our local towns. And so we've experimented a bit in Marin and over the years, and finally we stumbled upon one way last year where we just brought people in a circle and you just share your needs. And then, so I need babysitting help, you know, you might need computer help, you might need car mechanic help, and then people just volunteer and they help each other. And so it's a natural gift economy.
Wow.
And then the surprising thing was that it turned into a tribe too, like after a couple of weeks, because you're spending time with people during the week, helping them. that it builds all these friendships, and so you kind of birth a tribe. So it's kind of like a project that relocalizes and retribalizes, and it's a year old now, and it's now spread to 8 other different cities, Chicago, Minneapolis. And so we're kind of excited to see how this spreads, and I'm using these open collaboration principles to study or kind of to architect like how they connect with each other and stuff. And it's also interesting as a kind of higher consciousness things, because at times in our gift circle we go into really high states, and when someone says a need, you can almost hear the silence, and you drop in, and during the week sometimes people are a bit psychic, like you almost psychically know when someone needs your help, and so it creates a kind of, so I see this as an economics as a way to collective spiritual enlightenment, kind of, if you practice these gift circles. So it's a new, usually spiritual practice is more individual, but I think we need to start moving it into collective practices too, and I don't think too many people use economics as a way of spiritual practice. So I think this is kind of interesting
That's a really
direction.
Really.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with like non-dual economics, or I don't know.
The different ways that they serve the experiences that we have in general are somehow, you know, connecting everything that seems to be separated. You know, like I know a lot of people that when they go to work or they work with those people, those are co-workers. They're not necessarily friends. And then there are the friends, and then there are people you go to school with. There's all these categories of relationships when they can all be that same expression and become a family. You know, you're just doing different things with different people in your family. You know, and that's what I hear you saying, and I think that's really beautiful. So
yeah, like at rainbow gatherings and stuff, people are always helping each other, and so with these gift circles, it's kind of like economics and community begins to merge, and so the gift economy creates more community, and then the community creates more gift economy. And so usually in economics, business and intimacy and love and all that is supposedly different, but actually in gift economics, you actually need to increase the love and the gratitude, and that increases the economics, so they're tied together. And our gift circles, it's cool, like some gift circles, like the Berkeley one, is actually one of the processes you actually go around and share gratitude for all the things, and I think that sense of gratitude breeds more magic that happens.
You can share with people what a website or a way to contact, and be able to actually buy this book.
Okay, so there's a blog that I kind of talk about these open collaboration and gift circle ideas. It's called www.opencollaboration.wordpress.com, and you can find this book on Amazon, and this one you can find the gift circle book on Google. It's lulu.com, and you can also go to it through the website.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.